Oh, let's get the music. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, March the 16th. It's 54 nice degrees here in Hampstead. It's a little misty, a little yucky outside, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work with that. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. There we go. Text-to-speech is on. Camera's on. Yeah, very misty, so it's not going to be a good visual day. Here we go. Let's see. But let's get out there and pursue some happiness, right? That's what we do. That's what we do in this van. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Backing up. All right. What time is it? Am I late? A little bit. Yeah, you will notice that I have no thumbnail. I have nothing. So I give up. But hey, I have good days when I have no thumbnail. So there's that. All right, what am I doing? That's my lights. There are my windshield wipers. Okay, let's make this. Wow, nobody. Nobody. Is today Monday? There's nobody coming down the street. That is extremely weird on a Monday. All right, here we go. Lights on. Everything's good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. 5:22 in the morning. We've got 3 deliveries today. They are all in the van. I can hear these boxes moving around. I don't like it. I think I'm pretty stabilized back there, but I hear some sliding. I got some whoopie pies in this car today, in this van today. Whoopie! Whoopie pies. Wow, why does it look so dark? It is dark though. Lights are on. I don't know. It is very dark today. Let's say about that. It's warm but misty. It's going to be warm today.
207 says, good rainy morning, Craig. It's pouring here too.
Ah, good morning. Yeah, we're going to have a pretty yucky day. Weather-wise. Other than that, it's going to be fantastic. But yeah, we've got, it's warm, but it is misty. And then I think it's going to be getting rainier as the day goes on. Like by 9, heavy rain this afternoon. And then the temperature is going to drop. We're going to have a couple of days to remind us that winter is not quite over yet. But I don't think we're going to have like snow. I think it's just going to be rain. There you go. Yeah, you're getting the rain now. Heavy. I think it's supposed to be pretty yucky.
Listener 207 says, I can live with that as long as it doesn't snow.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Like, it looks like today, if today had been cold weather, I think it would have been a pretty big storm. Pretty big snowstorm. I feel like I can't see anything today. Like that's so weird, the high beams. I guess it's semi-foggy. It's kind of foggy, misty.
Listener 207 says it does look darker than normal.
I know. It's weird. I would think it was something I did to the camera, but I don't think it is, because even in real life it looks darker than normal. I don't understand that. I mean, there are some cars up there a little bit, but I can only see their taillights faintly. I guess the fog is thicker than I realized. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. You know, I was never quite so aware of all the holidays.
Listener 207 says I had to go down to New Jersey this weekend and missed a few of your drives. What's going on with the Christmas decorations?
The Christmas decorations. I put an updated short out yesterday, actually, but it is it's coming down. It's coming down. I would say he's like 60 or 70% done. So it's like the whole center of his yard has been cleared out, and we've just got sort of some of the ornaments up against the house and on the sides. So I went by the house very slowly yesterday on my way back to the bakery, and I put that clip out in my shorts. So that's how it looked yesterday. Now the weather was okay yesterday. It wasn't, it wasn't sunny, but it was okay. He could have gone out and done a little bit yesterday. And I'm already thinking about our next guest. I think it's going to be the flashing light on the top of highs. So at my last drop off, at my last delivery at What a Day, when I pull into that roadway, there's a highs at the corner, and there's a light on the roof of the highs that is flickering. So I think I'm going to set up a challenge to see who can guess when that light will be fixed. Although I guess I have to make it kind of like whether it gets fixed or goes out completely. Or if it goes out completely, it's technically...
Listener 207 says, is it going to be the burning house?
The burning house? What do you mean? There is a burnt house along the way. Is that what you mean? The highs thing would be, I think it's going to be like the flashing light watch. I don't know what I'm going to call the flashing light. Oh yeah, were we going to talk about the burn? We were going to maybe do something with the burnt house. They're making a lot of progress on that, though. All the walls are up. I think they're going to have that done very, very quickly. It's kind of crazy. I didn't realize. Figure out who was paying for what.
Listener 207 says the burned house, how fast they rebuild it.
Yeah, okay. You're thinking of the same thing I was. Yeah, I guess we could do that one too. What would be the final, when would we be able to say we're done with that though? You know what I mean? How are we going to know what would be the final completion point on that one? You know? Trying to think of what a good goal would be on that one. Because there's so many things, like they've got siding. Once they get the siding on and the roof, I mean, they've got the roof on already. I don't remember whether it's got shingles on it yet, but I know it's pretty put together. Well, I'll look at it today and see what we. It's going to be hard if like with this decoration contest, if he very slowly trickles away at some of the decorations, it's going to be hard to gauge when we get to 90%. We're going to have to everybody's going to have to agree that it's finally done. Because I don't know if he's going to take, I mean, maybe he does take every single thing down. But I'm kind of afraid that he doesn't because he didn't with Halloween. It's actually getting warm in the van. 55 degrees. I think with the flashing light, if we make the flashing light a contest, I think it's gonna be when it is fixed. And so fixed would mean a new light, it's on, everything is good. Because the thing that could happen there, like right now it's flashing, but maybe in a week it just goes out. You know, it's probably going to burn out at some point. And if it burns out, then we're just going to have to wait for them to change it. It's more obvious that it needs to be changed when it's flashing. If it burns out, then I'm worried that they're like never really going to even notice. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? They might surprise me. It might be fixed today. We might go and they might be talking about a contest that isn't even going to, I can't even do. I mean, look what happened with the gloves.
Listener 207 says it might be hard with the house cause we won't know about the inside unless you snuck in.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Exactly. I'll be like I'll be peeking in the windows and stuff. Probably get arrested. Yeah, that's the tough thing with the house. I wonder what the last thing. Maybe I'll Google that and find out what is the last thing that happens during the construction of a house. You know, like maybe it could be something simple like the mailbox, when the mailbox goes up. But then again, maybe they never took the mailbox down. You know, the mailbox, it might be one of those, if the mailbox is out by the road, they may have never taken the mailbox down. So I'll have to look at that. But we got to figure out what marks the completion of a house.
Prisoner 207 says you could always ask Jen and Bob since they just had their house done.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. What was the last thing they did? This guy next to me thinks he's going to outrun this van. It's not going to happen. There we go. There we go. One thing I've noticed about this house too is right now it is only the house. Like what they're building right now, it's just the four walls, the roof, and the house. In the past, before it burned down, there was a garage, there was a carport. You know, it looked much bigger because there were all these things attached to it. And I wonder if they're going to redo that, you know, or whether it's just going to be the house. Maybe if I see somebody working there, I can stop by and ask him what the plans are. Also, we don't even know, like, if the same person's going to live there, you know? Like, I don't know if you'd want to live in the same place if your house burned down. I mean, maybe you would. But I would think some people would rather, like, just go somewhere else. Especially when the whole thing burns down. Like if you just had a small house fire, okay, you fixed it, whatever, burned. But if the whole house burns down, like this one did, you know, it's kind of a bad memory. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to look up the psychology of burnt house recovery people. It is so dark this morning. Oh look, 6 miles, 6 minutes. We're on track. We're on track. We don't have a donut drop off this morning. We do have 3 deliveries though, and they're all in the van. I'm going to make a little St. Patrick's Day bakery video. Started putting that together
Listener
yesterday.
207 says I had a house fire when I first moved up here, lost everything, but didn't have an opportunity to move back in it. They just plowed it to the ground.
Oh, really? And they never rebuilt it. Wow. Well, that's pretty awful. I mean, I can't imagine losing everything. Like, the first thing I think of are like, you know, not that I've kept a whole lot of things. I try to limit it as much as possible. But the stuff that I do have, you know, that's pretty tough when you lose it. Pictures and stuff like that. Don't need the windshield wipers on right now. Let's try it. I think it. I must turn the lights out. I really have to concentrate when I drive this van. It must be less misty here. feel like Monday to me today. I don't know why. They make so much noise. Yeah, see, when we're just sitting here, the mist is pretty light now, but it's foggy. Oh, I'm going to be interested to see what this gas station's price is. This is like the highest price gas station anywhere in Maryland. No, I don't know if it's anywhere in Maryland, but it's anywhere nearby. I'm just curious what they're going to be. Exxon is $3.99, right under $4. I'm surprised. They didn't go over $4. They're usually not shy of making those prices up on that. $3.99, but that's not the typical Maryland price for gas right now. I think we're still like $3.50, $3.60. Somewhere in that range. That's just a crazy. Seems to me that Exxon, no matter where you go, Exxon, in the state at least, Exxon seems to be higher than most other places. It's just been my observation. Yeah. We have a car over here. You know that feeling when like somebody next to you in a parking spot starts to pull out and you're backing up and you feel like you're going faster than you want to be going? You get that illusion. That just happened to me. It's very scary. All right. Turn that off. Flip you around so you can see the back. There we go. All right. We're good. Let's get.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
The couple
Thank you.
Storm, tornado.
Yeah, it's going to be today. Yeah,
Today?
I think.
Around what time?
I think sometime this afternoon it's supposed to
This
get
afternoon.
bad. Huh? Oh, all right. It's a little earlier.
About 9 or 10, and the worst part of it is going to be like 3 o'clock.
Like 3. Okay.
That's why city schools is finished at 12.
Oh, did they close them already? Like close early?
Yeah, and county school, they closed up yesterday 4 hours early, 3 or 4 hours early.
Yeah.
They said they're supposed to be bad. And
Try to get. Yeah, that's what they say.
they said, if you're at work, find you shelter. Make sure you have shelter.
Really? Are
Yeah.
they're talking that bad?
Yeah. They say, when it started, it's not supposed to stop till late tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be really bad all day.
Yeah.
Good thing we're up this morning. Get this stuff done. Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize it was supposed to be that bad here. I'll look into this situation.
Rain.
Yeah. Not yet, though. That's good. Want to get my run out of the way before the rain. We're lucky to be out here now, you know? Before it gets crazy. All right, let's put you there. This thing wants to roll away. If you see me running, you'll know what happened. Okay, one more. One more tray. All right.
For you.
Thank you. All right, well, stay dry. I'll see you. Huh, I thought all the tornado stuff was going to be down south further. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Off to the girls. Oh, we're sort of much on. Sort of much. We're sort of on time. Maybe if we're gonna get a tornado, I can go out and storm chase this afternoon. No, I probably won't do that. Uh-oh. It's starting to rain. Oh, no! Can't just wait until I get done. That was just a spritz. Jeez. Drink your coffee right. That was weird. That was just a little flash storm. Fortunately, it happened right after I finished making it. All right, people, here we go. This weather system, oh, we're going. You're gonna see red, okay? You're gonna see red. Maybe, a little bit, maybe. This storm system must be huge, though. I mean, if you're getting rain up north already, I know they're supposed to get really bad weather, like in North Carolina and stuff. I didn't realize it was that big a deal. Like when I looked at the weather this morning, it didn't have, you know how sometimes it'll like flash up all those, you know, warnings, the little red warning triangles and stuff flash all over. I didn't see that this morning. I looked at the weather. But it did say heavy rain this evening. You know what's sort of ironic? Yesterday, I posted that video about the update on the decorations, and somebody made a comment on the video that said it's just waiting for the perfect storm. You know, meaning that the perfect storm would then take care of all the rest of the decorations. And I didn't think about it, but this could be the perfect storm.
At justacat.cs2 says, "Goody morning, Craig." At Susaner, "Is there a tornado coming?" At Susaner 207 says, "We have a flood watch until 8 a.m. tomorrow."
Yeah, it sounds like this is a really nasty storm system. The people that I just talked to in Lenny's are acting like they've closed schools this afternoon because the weather's going to get so bad. It's weird. Wow, there's another beat up car. What is the deal with people? Do you see that car on the left up there? All right, let me get this delivery done here. Turn that off. Keep the lights on. See if she's unlocked. No. Whoops. Let's make a phone call. Oh, you see that? No, that doesn't help. All right. You know, I realized that like I say my phone code, I say it out loud usually when I type it, which is really not a good idea when you're wearing a microphone. All right, I just realized it the other day. Where's my phone? Here we go. Gourmet girls. There we go.
Leo 1973 says, "Good morning all, it's raining here and I'm stay safe."
Good morning. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're safe. Is it raining pretty bad there? I don't think our rain is going to get really bad until this afternoon, I think. All right, let's call the girls.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Suitsener207 says good morning at justicat.cs2.
There we go. Hello.
Justicat.cs2. At Suitsener207 says good morning at justicat.cs2.
Oh, let's put the Danish on top. Put the Danish on top. There we go. Ah. Client. Now we got the refrigerated stuff. We got eclairs. We got whoopie pies. What is that? Some kind of brownie thing. Oh. 8 mini cake and brownies. That sounds good. Oh, we got a check. Good, good, good. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. All right, have a good day. Stay dry. It's gonna be yucky. Lock that up. All right. Here we go. Yeah, look at this car. This car is definitely... I mean, it doesn't really look drivable, does it? Like, I don't think you should really be driving that. Call me crazy. Oh, no, wait a minute. You can drive it. They've got a piece of tape on it. See that? I think there's a piece of tape on it. So it's fine. Oh no, the other side looks bad too. Watch. I don't think I'd be driving that around. Anyway, all right. All right, so our next contest is, when will that car be gone? No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that. Whoops, I guess turn my high beams off.
At justicat.cs2 says if there's duct tape, it's good.
That's what I thought. There better be some strong duct tape. Yeah, that looked pretty bad. I mean, that looked like the type of accident where your airbag would go off, you know? Maybe it did. Maybe they just had the airbag sort of stuffed into the steering wheel. Well, you know, I'm kind of excited that it's going to be rainy and yucky today, though, because I'm going to use today to really figure out how to use my gimbal, because I want to take that to, like, I think my first practice run, I'm going to go to a mall. I'm going to go to this mall in Westminster that is, it's on its last legs. Like, I think, I don't know, 5-10 years from now, people will be going, oh yeah, remember when this was a mall? Maybe not. Maybe it's going to come back. You never know. I really wish malls would come back. Malls were more than just, you know, a place to shop.
Swagowner 1561 says, does Dude have his Christmas decorations down yet?
Well, no, not yet. There's a video. I put out a short yesterday, as a matter of fact. Your timing is perfect. I put out a video yesterday. When I drove by, I went by very slowly, and I took a video of the current status. Now that was yesterday morning, so I don't know if he went out yesterday during the day. It wasn't bad weather yesterday. I mean, it wasn't great, but you could have been out in the yard doing something. It was a little cooler. But maybe he was thinking, hey, we're going to get a really nasty storm. I should get this done. Maybe. Yesterday was Sunday. So if he works a 9-to-5 job, he might have been thinking he wanted to get it done. So I don't know. Maybe he made significant progress today. But I put him at, like, my guess is that he's somewhere between 60 and 75% done.
Swagowner 1561 says, I've got April 1st.
You've got April 1st. Yeah. I would say your chances are okay still. You're hanging in there. You're hanging in there. Yeah. Now, I was saying earlier that one of the comment, actually was the only comment, the comment that I got on my video yesterday was that they thought they were just waiting for the perfect storm. Now, I didn't realize that today could be the perfect storm, because everybody keeps throwing out the T word, tornado. I was not aware that Maryland was under a tornado watch, but apparently we are. For this, right? I don't know. I still haven't heard it, other than people from Lenny's. People at Lenny's just told me that it could be the end of the world as we know it this afternoon. Now, they might have been exaggerating, but that's where we are. I know tornadoes were expected down in North Carolina, because I heard them talking about that. But I didn't realize it was going to be that bad up here. And they're closing schools early. But that usually isn't a true indicator of bad weather. That's a
Flag owner 1561 says there was a tornado about 10 miles from my house last night.
really wow. So is that the storm system that is affecting all of us now? I guess maybe. Wow. We had a tornado in Reisterstown. I don't know if Janet is listening to this still, but I'm going to point out the fact, you know, I feel like so when I'm on here talking about my videos and trying to I'm not really trying to encourage you to watch them, but there is a video. I feel like the Shazam guy. There's a video for this. But how long ago was this video? I don't even, it's like more than, I want to say it's like 25 years ago or more than that maybe. But anyway, there was a tornado in Reisterstown, Maryland. And I went out with a camcorder and videotaped some of the destruction. And so it's probably one of the oldest videos I have on YouTube. But if you look at my videos and go back, look from the oldest to the newest, it's going to be in that range. And yeah. So it is pretty, I mean, Fred, is that unusual? Like, when do you typically have to worry about tornadoes? Like in Reisterstown, we don't. I've never worried really about a tornado.
Flag owner 1561 says if it's the storms we had last night, watch out, high winds and lots of thunder and lightning.
Wow. Now, I like thunder and lightning. I actually I enjoy thunder and lightning. Unfortunately, AJ is not bothered by it. I don't think he's quite as excited about it as I am, but he tolerates it better than some dogs that I've had. But I kind of enjoy it. I like a nice thunderstorm. Now the wind can get a little scary sometimes, because I'm always afraid a tree's going to blow over. But being 5 miles away from a tornado, let me get those words out. That's pretty close. Have you ever seen a tornado? Like actually seen it? I'm glad our rain is staying away for the time being. We just need to get these last donuts delivered.
Flag owner 1561 says not really, but when we get that kind of storms they are very destructive. Several years ago one was about a half mile from us. Yeah, I watched this one.
Wow. Yeah, we have enough like older trees and stuff like that in our neighborhoods that if we get really bad weather somewhere, a tree falls down. And that can be very dangerous. We had a tree that fell down right across the street that I live on. It was a neighbor across the street, and the tree just fell straight across the road. Fortunately, no one was driving by at the time.
Stacat.cs2 says, wow, stay safe at Fredwagoner 1561, hope this one passes soon. Ed Susaner 207 says, we had one up here in 2001, was kind of scary.
It is kind of scary.
Fredwagoner 1561 says, a pair of shoes ended up hanging over a power line and while there for years.
Jeez. Oh man, we could have had a contest. When will the shoes come down? Years though, that's pretty crazy. I guess it's not safe to go up and get them. That's pretty wild. I think by tomorrow morning we're supposed to be, back down to the 30s. I mean, it's 58 degrees right now. And I think we're going to be in the 60s until that rain comes through.
Stacat.cs2 says that would be the longest contest.
Yeah, that one would be.
At Fredwagoner 1561 says one person actually died in that tornado.
Ooh, that's not good. Was their house destroyed or something? Like, how did they die? I always wonder about that. Like, I guess if I really thought a tornado was coming to my house, would I go to the basement? I guess I would, right? I think I'd go to the basement and then make a spot under the stairs. And hook up a TV.
Stacat.cs2 says TV during a tornado.
Well, you got to stay in. I got a Starlink, so worst case scenario. I don't have a generator though. I really should buy a generator. Oh, remember, anybody that was watching, remember the, I don't think I said this the other day, but think it was might have been Saturday. On Saturday, I saw like across the field, I saw like all these posts and we were trying to figure out what they were. I kind of like zoomed in on it.
Wagowner 1561 says the biggest distraction in that one was a trailer park in blue shingles off of a few houses, and it went within 100 yards of the church that I attended.
Oh, geez. Yeah, the trailer parks always get the worst of it. But we didn't know what they were, like what the posts were, and it turns out that's a vineyard. So on that, I think I did put a comment, maybe. I think I posted a comment on that video, but if you remember that, I zoomed in on something and we were like, what is that? It looked very strange, but it was a vineyard. Foggy weather is it's crazy.
Wagowner 1561 says, and believe it or not, the church wasn't affected in any way, shape or form, and the houses within the immediate vicinity wasn't tested at all either.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, right? I always think that's very telling. Makes you think maybe that's the place to go if a tornado is coming. Why do
Wagowner 1561 says this talk to text is not being very cooperative today.
What, is she slow? Is she slow, or is she saying stuff that you're not even typing? Like, is she just making up this whole story? Fred's sitting at home right now thinking, I didn't type any of that stuff. What is she talking about? No, sometimes she does get behind.
Wagowner 1561 says is saying things that I'm not even saying.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, hopefully that's not happening, but imagine if it did. Oh my goodness. Like Fred's never been near a tornado in his whole life.
Wagowner 1561 says, oh, the story is true.
Yeah, no, I believe the story. Yeah, the one that came through Reisterstown destroyed a couple of houses and an apartment building. I think I have all of that on the film. Basically, we walked around Reisterstown It was my brother and my sister-in-law, and I like interviewed them as we walked around. I think it was back in the 80s, right? I think, a long time ago. Oh, I wondered what that was. There was a guy on the side of the road there that must be running, and he has like one of those headlights on his forehead. Actually, that's the most accurate description.
Flag owner 1561 says the fall looks kind of thick there this morning.
It's very thick. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised. This is what I'm like wondering if I was looking at the right weather. I'm sure I was, but you know, like
Flag owner 1561 says fog.
I feel like the weather forecast that I was looking at, it wasn't stressing any kind of like tornado or it said strong storms this afternoon, but it didn't talk about fog. And it didn't talk about tornadoes. So maybe I was looking at like, some city in Illinois. No, because it was warmer. I don't know. It didn't seem to accurately describe what's happening here today. This area, though, for some reason, Eldersburg, which is the town we're in right now, it does get very foggy here.
Flag owner 1561 says we have a cold front that's coming through is 32 degrees right now, and it's supposed to get down to I think 27.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be like that tomorrow. I don't think we're going down to the 20s, but I think we're going to be in the 30s. So yeah, whatever's happening to you now, that's going to be us tomorrow. Getting a little wetter. I see more drops on the window. Get these. there's good and there's bad with this. The good thing is there's enough rain that the windshield wipers are not making that dragging across the dry window sound. But I still have to make one more delivery. So it would be really nice if the rain would just be light enough that I don't get too wet. Seems to be lighting up a little. We're going to be okay. This is going to be good. This is going to work out perfectly. Yeah, see, it's stopping again. Just in time. Oh yeah, let's see if the high's roof is still blinking. It is. It's still flashing. I'll show you when we're leaving What a Day. Let's see what I'm talking about. All right, this is good. This is good. No rain. See, somebody's looking out for me. All right, let's get that door open. Let's get this done. Let's call. I'm not going to dilly-dally today. We're going to call right away because I want them out of here right away. Whoop. It counts to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Calling. This is called Upbeat Corporate Motivation. That's what the name of the song. The name of the song is called Upbeat Corporate Motivation. Do you feel motivated? There we go. Door's open. All right. Feeling motivated now. Well, good morning.
Morning.
Well, you went through all that stuff yesterday. These trays. The rack is rolling. Rolling. Jeez, I got a lot of trays today. Good to go. All right, good morning. All right, guys, have a good day. All right. We did it. All deliveries were made dry. The one good thing about being out here early. Get it done before the rain comes.
Flag owner 1561 says, do you DoorDash also?
No. No, I haven't DoorDashed. I was kind of thinking about trying it out. But I don't see, now that's the light I'm talking about. So see that light over there? That is a Highs. You can't really, wait. I got a better picture of it yesterday. But that's the light. So there's a light on the roof of that Highs that just blinks. It'd be nice if they didn't have that light on the side of their building that's making it. Let's see if I can cover that over. That doesn't help. Anyway, that's the light I'm talking about. So I think I'm going to make a contest to guess. It'll be the flashing light watch. See when that's going to get fixed. And by fixed, I don't mean, it's probably going to go out before it gets replaced. I mean a nice new light, properly illuminating the roof. Maybe I'll work on that this afternoon too. But no, Fred, I haven't door dashed. I hadn't really thought about it, but then the other day Mookie said he did it, and he did like one delivery, and he was so excited about the one delivery that he made that he went out and celebrated it. His celebration cost more than he made, but it made me think maybe I should just try it. I wouldn't do it like on a regular though, because I don't know anything significant about car repair, and just the maintenance and stuff. I don't think I'd be up to that. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard John talk too much about that being a significant factor, which makes sense. I mean, you're constantly out there. Brakes, oil changes, tires, everything's going to get worn out faster. It's not wet enough to have the windshield wipers on, but it's not dry enough to keep the windshield clear video camera. And that maybe that's why maybe this whole weather situation is why the traffic was so, it wasn't super light, but it was lighter than a normal business day. And this looks pretty normal. People coming this way.
Cat.cs2 says you can do it once in a while to get a celebratory meal.
Well, that would be kind of fun. It made me think of a story when I was little. I don't remember exactly how old, maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 8, 10, maybe in that range. I don't remember exactly how old, but I had hamsters, and I had babies, right? So I had these 2 hamsters, and they had babies, and my brother and I took the hamsters, the little baby hamsters, to this pet store that was in the shopping center near our house. So we took the babies over and we got money, right? So this was like this might have been the first time I ever sold something or made money. And we were all excited. So we go to the pet store. We're like, hey, I don't know why, but I think we had 7 or 8, maybe more hamsters, little babies. And he bought them from us. And we immediately, in the same shopping center, there was a Woolworths. Now this is really going to date me because I don't know how many of you are going to remember Woolworths. But anyway, Woolworths was like this very nice little department store. It was like a small department store kind of thing. But they also had a lunch counter, and we went to Woolworths. So we got the money for the hamsters, and we went to Woolworths, and we sat at the counter and had ice cream. And we spent all of our money at Woolworths. So I think when we got home, you know, our mom was like, oh, how much money did you get? We didn't have any money left because we already ate it at Woolworths. So it reminded me of that story when Mookie was telling us yesterday. Of course, I was 7 years old at the time. That was my excuse. And their shopping center was very close to our house. But yeah, I don't even think, nowadays, I don't think kids are allowed to go to the store by themselves most of the time.
Flag owner 1561 says, I remember Woolworths, and when we got ice cream there you got to pop a balloon to see how much you paid for the ice cream.
I don't remember that part, but that might have been I could see that being a Woolworths thing. I mean, I remember our next door neighbor, I think, her name was Betty, and she worked at Woolworths, I think. I don't think she worked the counter, though. I think she was like somewhere else in the store. Yeah, I liked Woolworths. It was a pretty nice place. Yeah, I mean, what was wrong with places like that? I like places like that. It's a shame they've gone away. Kind of sat at the counter.
Flag owner 1561 says, do you remember Ben Franklin's?
Ben Franklin's. No. What kind of store was that? I don't remember that. I wonder if we didn't have them in Maryland. I think at the time when we had Woolworths in our shopping center, which was a long time, the drugstores back then were Reed's. R-E-A-D-S, Reed's. So it was the Reed's Drug
Redwag owner
Store.
1561 says like a Woolworths or Kmart back in the day.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember Ben. I wonder, maybe they weren't in Maryland. We had Woolworths. We had Kmart's. We had Ames. Ames was a bigger type of. I mean, Ames was actually in the same shopping center as Woolworths, but it was a bigger store. We had a bowling alley, a movie theater. This was before malls. We had a Western Auto. Gas station in the corner there was Texaco.
Redwag owner 1561 says might just been a Midwest thing.
Yeah, maybe. I think I've heard of them. Like I have a picture in my head of what their store logo might have been. I feel like I've heard of them, but we didn't have them around. Had a barber shop. And of course it had a grocery store. At that point, I think the grocery store at that point might have been called Pantry Pride. Are Western Autos still around? I don't think they are. At least not here.
Redwag owner 1561 says we had Western Auto Gand Rants. Redwag owner 1561 says we had one until about 15 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I remember them being around for a while. The spot where the Western Auto was is now an Advanced Auto Parts. And where Woolworths was, in that shopping center, they sort of divided it up, so it's not as big. Woolworths used to be a pretty big store. Space-wise, they just had a lot of space. And probably about half of that space is now a Dollar General or...
Redwag owner 1561 says Radio Shack was another one.
Oh, yeah. Now, Radio Shacks, are they still around? They haven't been gone. If they're not, they haven't been gone too long. But yeah, Radio Shack. Man. That's funny. more recently, Radio Shacks were like kind of turned into, they were selling a lot of toys and stuff. Right?
Redwagoner 1561 says we are telling our AGR.
I know, seriously. I miss Woolworths though. That was one of my favorites. I mean, the thing about malls, right? The thing I miss about malls is that you didn't just go there because you needed something, right? Like sometimes you just went to the mall to hang out. Back when, you know. And there really aren't places where people do that anymore, are there? Like you just go walk around, you like see people, and even if you didn't need anything.
Redwagoner 1561 says yeah, there aren't any hangouts anymore.
I know, that's really a shame. I think the other day I mentioned I was watching some podcast where a guy was talking about how in the future you'll be able to you won't even need to order stuff online to be delivered to your house. You're going to be able to just create it at your house. I got to look into more of this because I forget the terminology he used, but in his mind, what he was saying is you'd be able to just, whatever you needed. And it's not like a 3D printer. It was something more involved than that. Like you could almost print you could not print, but you could create anything that you needed. It was a little above my understanding. But I'm thinking that's really bad, right? If you never have to leave the house. I don't like that. I just don't think that's the way people were meant to be.
Redwagoner 1561 says that wouldn't surprise me if they came up with something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. It was only a couple of days ago that I was listening to this podcast. I think it was Thursday or Friday of last week. The guy was on it's a podcast. It's called Real Coffee with Scott Adams. But Scott Adams passed away, and they're continuing his show. And now they just sort of have a group of people, like almost like a little panel. And they have guest speakers. And so Thursday or Friday of last week is when they were talking to this guy. And I forget what he called it. I'm gonna look it up. What do we do? Is this trash? We are taking care of the trash situation. I mean, like it was almost like some kind of a molecular thing. You know, like the first vision that popped in my head were like the transporters on Star Trek. Although that's not really creating something, that's moving something. But that was the idea that popped into my head. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we're going to roll the window down. Let's see where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Oh, wait. Do I see? Oh, yeah, we still got candy canes. All right. So we still have the candy canes. Yeah, this looks the same as yesterday. Candy canes. And then that. All right, so there's really no change from yesterday. And I know he's not going to be out there doing anything today. And tomorrow, and for the next several days after tomorrow, we're going to be back down to the 30s. Like, I think we've got at least a few days where the temperature is going to stay back in that 30, 40 degree range. So, I don't know.
Justacat.cs2 says yay. But Justacat.cs2 says I might have a chance.
I think, yeah, everything's still hanging in there. It would be funny if he watched our live streams. You know, he could be one of the 7 to 9 people. Wow, the fog is thick up here.
Justacat.cs2 says he could just put it all out again. We don't know his MO.
That's true. That was a rolling stop, by the way, rolling stop. I'm pretty sure that all of the rain and windy weather and all that, I think that's all supposed to be over tonight sometime. So I think tomorrow morning, aside from being much cooler, I think it's going to be okay as far as, you know, I don't think it's going to be raining or anything really awful. Just a little chilly. One of these, I'm going to wait till the sun is up more. But there's a place on the left-hand side when we come down this hill on the turn. See this, there's a barn on the left here. And it didn't really help. But see, they have a whole bunch of, there's a car right by me. They have a whole bunch of hubcaps, not hubcap, yeah, hubcaps on the side of the barn. Stop there and look at that. When we get a sunny day one time. I'm a little curious. We're below the fog here. Cows are not out. Cows are not out. I think that's an indication. Do you think the cows know the weather's going to be bad? Is that a thing? I know sometimes before a thunderstorm, AJ will start. You can tell that AJ's thinking about it long before it happens. Now maybe he can hear it, you know what I mean? Maybe he can sense it. But he starts giving me that side eye. Here's that house. There's the house we're talking about. Let's see, the roof is up. Yeah, but I think it'd be hard to tell. Oh, they've got shingles already. So the roof is totally done. But I don't know if they're going to do more around the sides of it. Like, are they going to build a garage on there? All right, here we go. Here we go. Forest. I don't like forested. I need to come with a better word. Forest of doom, forest. Foliage freak out. Foliage freak. The FFO, foliage freak out. I don't know, that's probably not good to use the word freak out. Isn't that what that guy had, freak outs? I don't think we want to call it a foliage freak out.
Stacat.cs2 says not so bad today.
Oh, good. It's good. We must have been connected to a good satellite. All right, guys. All right, I'm going to end the stream here because I got a whole lot of trays, so I'm going to carry them in and then park. There's a little child. A couple little children. Yeah, I'll end the stream here because I'm gonna take the trays in and park and stuff. So I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, everybody. It's gonna be yucky out there. And
Cat.cs2 says thank you, Craig. Have a good day, everyone. Stay
Yeah.
safe.
Stay safe. Stay out of the wind. Let's catch up tomorrow and see what's going on. I'll shoot tomorrow's Tuesday, right? So Tuesdays I don't start till 6, but I'll be back out on the road. So everybody stay inside, stay dry, and have a great day. I will talk to you later.